Hey y'all, Thursday Devil here. How y'all doing today? It is Monday, April 8th. Yeah, April 8th. Okay. So, today we're going to be talking about Wrestlemania 35. And one of the best WrestleMania, last year's WrestleMania was absolutely terrible. This year, absolutely amazing. Ran a lot longer than most of them. I think they could have put the matches in a different sequence. But a couple of surprises. I had a feeling Seth Rollins was going to win the Universal title. But not in that fashion though. You could tell something was up with Brock Lesnar. I think he's leaving to go to UFC or something. Or he might just be taking time off or what, I don't know. Who cares? Alexa Bliss did okay as the host. Old Hulk Hogan came back, which was pretty cool to see him. Then you have let's go over the matches we got, sure. Because I remember them, just don't remember the sequence. I better mute that so I don't get copyrighted from WWE. Okay, so going into WrestleMania this year, great pay-per-view. You had Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar winning the belt. Then you had a pretty good match between AJ Styles and Randy Orton. Surprised AJ Styles won it. Figured they'd have Randy win it, but Randy's always been a team player. Then leading into the Fatal 4-Way tag match, decent back and forth match. Was kind of surprised the Usos won. I was pulling for Ricochet and Aleister Black because I like those guys. But good match all around. Got that. Rusev and Nakamura is kind of like a weird tag team to put together. And then you got your Hall of Famers. Tori Wilson shouldn't have been there, but, Then you have Shane and The Miz. Of course, they have to make a Falls Count Anywhere clusterfucks. That way it makes Shane look good, because Shane just needs to go the fuck away. He needs, not be a wrestler, but be like, do what his daddy does type thing. Although, good high spot at the end. That was pretty badass. I like that. That was a good high spot at the end. The Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag title. Good match. I was happy that they didn't put on Beth and Natty, because I have to on Beth. It'd be kind of like how they were talking about putting Trish and Lita in on it. That would have been stupid. I'm happy Sasha Banks and Bayley aren't the champions here, because that's just they're useless scam. So the Iconics winning, to me, they deserve it. They're one of the very few actual women tag teams there. I have a feeling probably the next up-and-comers will probably be Io Shane and then Kairi Sane, the two pirate chicks from NXT. Then the one match that made me tear up at the ending, Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan, with Kofi Kingston winning that belt. Seeing Xavier and Big E cry, the kids, I love the kids over in the ring. Everyone, 80,000 people just blowing the fuck up. And it was cool seeing Scott Hall and Kevin Nash in it too. Scott's looking great, thanks to, and DDP's really got him on there. Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, decent match. I'm surprised that Roman Reigns won. Nah, not really. Mr. Leukemia coming back. Dr. Thugonomics thing, I was like, whatever. The Batista and Triple H match was kind of like, it was lackluster. But it was a good match. It was a good hardcore match. It had some good spots in it. I loved the stare spot that they had with them. Was I surprised Triple H won? No. Because Batista, he came back to promote that buddy movie and everything, so then he fully retired. So, speaking of retirement, Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin winning was a shocker, but I have a feeling Kurt did it to put Baron Corbin over more. The fans, it's kind of like Undertaker losing. They were just kind of like, but, Bobby Lashley and Finn Balor. Match is kind of shitty for being Finn Balor as the Demon. But, what can you say? Bobby Lashley, he's not what he was when he was going against John Cena. ECW was around and everything. Bobby Lashley then couldn't touch him. To me, there were so many times that he should have won his matches, but he didn't. I remember watching. You know what? I'm watching the entrance for Bobby Lashley. I'm just going through, making sure the matches are in the correct sequence. Bobby Lashley has contacts in because of that's kind of dumb. But okay. But Finn Balor winning, I'm happy he is champion. I like Finn Balor a lot. He's actually pretty good. Now, get to the main event. Okay, get Jim Jack over your other. You got Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and old Becky Lynch. You could tell the ending was a fuck up. Ronda's shoulders definitely came off the mat at the count of 2. Match should have kept going. Referee didn't see it. So, it's kind of hard to figure that out. But, know who won that, and, everyone's making fun of Becky Lynch because she's kind of nipply there, but it's a pretty good match. I mean, main event, no. It's one of the worst main events that's been in WrestleMania, besides Lawrence Taylor and Benjamin Bigelow. No rest of soul. But, when it comes to the matches now, the kickoff show, you have the weird pairing of the dude from Revival, which is Scott Dawson, and Razor, I guess because we're their tag team partners, trying to make them a tag team. Because they kind of did this, I think it was at the Royal Rumble, they did it. And they were going to just tag everyone by rules, kind of like, pointless. Didn't have Shinsuke versus Rusev in the kickoff show, but they were tag partners at the. Okay. Oh wait, this is a Royal Rumble kickoff show. Oops. Oh shit, I'm stupid. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. Okay. Good thing I don't edit my videos. You can see how stupid I am. I was just like, the fuck? Okay. Let's see who we got in the kickoff show here. And match-wise, okay, we have Buddy Murphy here for Tony Nese. Buddy Murphy wins that. Not surprised there. Buddy Murphy's like 10 times better. Let's see. Now the women's battle royal. Everyone's pushing for Asuka to win. So she just recently lost her belt. Carmella won that. And then of course, then you have Braun Strowman winning Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which is pretty cool. Then you have Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder beating the Revival for the tag titles. I mean, come on. That's pretty. It's like Zack Ryder WrestleMania moments, people. I still can't really did the Royal Rumble kickoff. It's so fucking stupid. But yeah, this WrestleMania, I give it 8 out of 10. They should have done the matches different. To me, Kofi and Daniel should have closed out the show. And have the women on before them. I think that's how it should have went. I mean, I know this whole Women Revolution main event. I'm not saying it's because they're women. I'm just saying because after the Daniel Bryan Kofi Kingston match, it felt like the night should have been over. WrestleMania should have been over. By any means, I think, you know, the women, they did great for, you know, performing in front of 80,000 people on a big stage like WrestleMania. You know, they did what they could do and everything. And hats off to them. But to me, like Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre should have been kind of earlier in the card. Same for Lashley and Finn Balor, because technically Lashley and Finn Balor was the main event of the men's thing. Oh yeah, I forgot one squash match: Rey Mysterio and Samoa Joe for the United States title. Rey Mysterio's been injured. Me and old Mrs. were watching it, and when Rey did a move, he landed, and when he lands, he always lands with his legs flat out, and he grabbed his knee that he hurt on last Monday. So, you know, the props off to him for at least going out there and doing it. You can tell he was favoring his knee. So, yeah, pay-per-view is great. Definitely going to watch it a couple more times, especially when it gets into the WrestleMania mode. I do what's called 35 weeks of WrestleMania. What I do is, I stand her, Naomi, I can't stand her. When it comes to next year's WrestleMania, more likely what I'm going to do is I will more than likely do 35 weeks of WrestleMania. I'll start with WrestleMania 1 to WrestleMania 35. And then probably next year I'll probably do a live thing. It's going to be a long set of videos, but I think it would be pretty cool to do. So yeah, we'll get it figured out, man. Definitely. Yeah, excuse the fuck up with the Royal Rumble kickoff compared to the WrestleMania kickoff show. But you know, drop a comment below. Tell me what you guys think about the whole WrestleMania thing. And I'm gonna sit here and schedule out some more videos here in just a moment. And yeah, so I love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, favorite. Definitely leave comments about if you watch WrestleMania, tell me what you think. And as always, with Third and Double, rock on. Love you guys.